stop it. I haven't even said anything yet. Actually, no, you can keep clapping if you want. Oh my God. Hi there. Oh, hello. It's me, Earth's mightiest Deadpool. Are you guys ready for story time? Well, that's good, because I sure have a story to tell. Today's story is a beloved bedtime classic, matched with a very profitable licensing agreement. You guessed it, it's Cinderpool. Oh. You see what I did there? It's Cinderella, and you guys get it. Oh, thank you guys so much for coming. Let's see, where do we start? Once upon a time. You know what, it just feels wrong when I'm doing it with myself. Why don't we all say it together? 1, 2, 3. Once upon a time. See, wasn't that interactive and fun? Well, upon that time, once, Cinderpool lived in a big mansion with his shiny-headed step-professor and a bunch of hideous step-mutants. The biggest one, Colossus, was always making up stupid rules that no one cared about. Like, please stop labeling other people's food in the fridge with your own initials, and for the love of Feige, stop hanging your underpants from the ceiling fan. The other main step mutant, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, oh, such a cool name, was always just texting and rolling her eyes. They were both super jealous because Cinderpool had a much larger fan base. I mean, this isn't story time with Colossus, is it? Well, one day, an expendable non-union extra came running across the mansion grounds, screaming. You see, King Thanos was planning the biggest battle of Phase 3, the last truly relevant phase. Well, Cinderpool really wanted to go to the big battle, but Colossus said, no, too dangerous. Cinderpool don't know how to be part of team. And then Colossus ripped up Cinderpool's favorite costume, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead, again, just such a cool name, made it explode with her mind powers into 1,000,000 pieces. Cinderpool was very devastated and felt very vulnerable and exposed. Cinderpool ran out onto the mansion grounds, stumbling for dramatic effect, when suddenly, out of nowhere, a big and very strange, sparkly circle appeared. And from out of that big, strange, sparkly circle walked out Cinderpool's very hairy god mutant, Wolverine! I said, out stepped Cinderpool's very hairy god mutant, Wolverine! Okay, well, I guess Logie Bear couldn't make it in today. Well, that's fine. I'm used to doing it with myself anyway. Oh, very hairy god mutant. I really want to go to the big battle, but my mean step mutants vaporize my costume. Shut up, bub! Growled Wolverine, lovingly. But I really want to go to the big battle, and I don't have a costume. Go find yourself another costume, all right? Come on, stop bothering me. I'm out of here. I'm going to Pim's right now. Okay. After that very sage and very Australian advice, Cinderpool headed over to the wardrobe department to get a fresh, clean costume, and then headed over to the battle. Well, Cinderpool actually missed most of it because he stopped for chimichangas along the way. I mean, priorities, right? This guy gets it. But rest assured, when he got there, the Avengers were still winning, and Captain America just looked so handsome and so cool. Then, when the aliens were finally fleeing away, Cinderpool saw something on the steps of one of the spaceships. It was a single glove. Oh, it was so pretty. It was big and gold with beautiful jewels. I think there were 6 of them, not that that's really relevant information. Oh, it was so fancy. I wonder who this fits, thought Cinderpool to himself, before trying it on. After some clicking, whizzing, and whirring, it fit right to Cinderpool's arm. All of a sudden, Iron Man came flying in out of left field, screaming, saying, "Hey, take that off. This is my sacrifice to make. I really don't want to be Iron Man until I'm 90. Okay? In fact, I would rather be doomed than play Iron Man again." And then, you know, other much less relevant Avengers came running too, saying things like, hey, stop, take that off, that's not a toy. Whatever you do, do not snap. So of course Cinderpool snapped. Cinderpool snapped a bunch, both physically and mentally. And then the weirdest thing happened. I don't know if it was related, but half the people kept disappearing and then reappearing and then disappearing again. So many people were crying. Tony said I love you like 3,000 times. It was pretty weird. But then eventually, everyone came back. But then the Avengers tackled Cinderpool to the ground, ripped off his new favorite glove, and then when they remade the movie, they CGI'd Tony's head onto Cinderpool's body, and it went on to become the most financially successful film in the Feige cinematic universe, the FCU, as I like to call it. But that's okay. I mean, everything honestly worked out for Cinderpool because Cinderpool went on to start his own, even more successful franchise, yeah. Yeah, that's right. You guys have seen a couple, huh? Yeah, pretty good. So successful, in fact, that he was eventually invited to be part of the Avengers Endgame 2. Electric Boogaloo. Yep, that's right. In theaters at some point. Well, that's the end. Game. Okay, that sounded really fake. You do a little more genuine laughter than that? I practiced that in the shower all morning. Okay, there you go. That's some genuine smiles. Okay, well, thank you all for coming to another illustrious story time with Deadpool.